Hello. So I want to talk a bit about, like I said, so this comes up a lot, right? Like when I do a video about any hero on and I explain why a hero is not good, and people are like, yeah, but so and so hero can be useful in this situation or whatever. I'm like, yes, most heroes you can find niche uses for. That doesn't make the hero good. And like I said, so here's the thing, like, right, some heroes in this game are quite literally better than others. They are just gonna be useful in a larger situation, or just generally provide you more value for the resources and money spent. Like I said, it's like every hero, like, sure, some heroes have more skins than others. Some heroes have 5 skins, some heroes only have 3 skins or 4 skins. But generally speaking, right, this one only has 3 skins. Like, so that does have a bit of value difference, but overall, the cost of maxing out one hero versus another isn't vastly different. Um, like I said, it costs a lot of money. Even just like things like, have you ever thought about leveling glyphs with emeralds? You can actually level glyphs with emeralds. Is that right here? Seeing it's a 1-to-1 ratio. See, it's 50 rune points versus 50 emeralds. So to max out just one glyph, in case you're wondering, it's 43,750. We can just show you right here. I will show you the total price, and you can, right, said, like, it will show you how many rune points this is. And like I said, and that will be the equivalent of emeralds. Just to max out a single, right? 43,750. Right, that's how many. Like, if you wanted to spend emeralds to take one glyph all the way to level 50, it cost you 43,750 emeralds. So 5 glyphs. That's about 220,000 emeralds per hero if you wanted to just to buy them all the way to max. Like, if you want a rarity fair your heroes to max, that's several 100,000 more emeralds. If you want to just go spend a bunch of emeralds in the artifact chest, right? Like, just spending, like, to get all this stuff so you can max out their things. Like, if you don't have it, you're just trying to buy your way through the artifact chest. That'll cost you hundreds of thousands of emeralds. Like, and when all is said and done, each of these heroes will have a price tag, probably around $1,000, maybe even more. And there's not really a budget option. Like, these could cost a lot of money. So it's like yesterday I did a video about Zeri, right? It's like, and I explained that Zeri's one of the worst heroes in the game. Like, and some people are like, well, she could be useful in some situations, and some people use her. I'm like, here's the thing. Yes, some people might use her because they either made the mistake of investing in her, or they're using her, like I said, or they've played this game for a long time and they have a lot of heroes, and they, just using her for the sake of her, just to be different because they can. But it doesn't mean she's a good hero or that she's a good investment, right? Like I said, if Zeri has $1,000 price tag, but also so does Aurora. And if you're going to spend $1,000 to max out a hero, well, Aurora is just going to give you a heck of a lot more value for that $1,000, right? And you can make this case for like all these heroes, like, right, who should you get? Should you get Sebastian or Jet? Should you get Celeste or Dorian, right? Should you right? And you can make all these kinds of comparisons all day. Should you get Isaac or Elmir? It's, right, I said, some heroes are just gonna give you a lot more value for your money, right? And this is like also applies into themes like Ascension and stuff. Like, some heroes, like, right, you can get by without them being like super bit max. Like, again, like, you don't want, because this costs a lot of money, and it's like, right, do you want to spend all your crystals that are, like I said, I did a video about Ascension, like, recently, about how the crystals can be hard. Do you want to spend all your hard-earned crystals on a hero who, like Zeri, who doesn't provide as much value to you? Like, do you want to spend all those resources on Zeri when you can spend those same resources on a hero like Aurora? And it's like I said, you just, like, this costs a lot of money. This costs a lot of time, right? All those resources you spend on a hero are sunk costs into that hero, and if you spend money to acquire those resources, you just sunk money into that hero. So this is why people are always like talking about what's the best hero, because this game is, like I said, no joke, very expensive. And I'm not exaggerating when you can spend when I say you can spend $1,000 per hero. That's not exaggeration. That's about how much it costs. $1,000 per hero or equivalent amount of resources. Right, and this is before you even add things like pets. In case you're wondering, like, how much it takes to max out a pet, right? So just to max out, like, if you want to max out all the things, how is a 7-to-1 ratio. So, right, this crystal here is that's an excellent Dawnstone. So there's 25 levels here, so it'd be 24. So it'd be 24 times 700 emeralds. So it's like 20,000 or something. Like, and from the higher crystals, like these ones are, see if we can find one that has one. Like these ones are 875. There's 50 levels on here. Like this is over about 40,000 emeralds just to max this out. And if you want to know how much it costs to take a pet from gray to violet 3 and max out all the themes, it's about 600,000 emeralds per pet. 600,000 emeralds per pet. You can do the math based on, how much you spend on emeralds for during 4X or whatever. Right, so you look at these pets, which is that's also why we talk about, you want to get pets like Axel and Oliver and Albus higher priority, and Kane if you're using Aurora. Like those ones, like, and pets like Fenris, not as good, not as useful. Like Biscuit, you only need him to get to Violet because this has 100% effect rate. He's not that great in combat. If you just get him to Violet, that's enough. Then you don't need to invest in him beyond that until like you're way advanced in the game or whatever. You don't have other things to do, but just right, knowing where to spend your money, knowing where to spend your resources, a big part of getting ahead in this game. Unless you want to, it's like I said, unless you're super rich. But even if you're super rich, like, there was a guy in my guild. He's retired now. He retired from the game. Like, but he bragged he had every hero in the game fully maxed. Every single hero fully maxed. Like, so he was like top of this power board for a long time. He was the number one. He was number one. He had every Titan fully maxed, every pet fully maxed. And he bragged about how he spent $75,000 USA on this game. $75,000 to max out everything in this game. That's what he spent. That's what he said he spent, which is insane. Like, and then he got bored and quit after spending that much money in the game, which is, you should not, don't, under no circumstances should you spend that much money. You don't, just because there's 56 heroes in the game doesn't mean you should invest in 56 heroes. And a lot of those heroes are not near as good as some of the other heroes. Like, it just, having certain heroes like that are better, that are going to be more useful, is just going to help you more than spending a bunch of heroes on heroes who just aren't as good. It's like I said, if you want to spend less, if you want to get to a competitive state without spending tens of thousands of dollars on this game, it's very, very important for you to invest in heroes that give you more value for your money. And this is, like I said, it's just simple like investment strategies, simple like understanding metagaming. I don't know why so many people find this controversial or hard to understand, because it's just like, if you really want to get ahead in this game and not break the bank, you have to really focus on the heroes who provide the most value, who can help you against the largest variety of teams, etc., etc. Anyway, I hope you guys found this video fun and informative. Thank you for watching.